Why atheism is considered a farce? Well, depending on how you define it, a farce is something that's meant to be taken seriously, but ends up looking absurd. That's a fitting description for atheism. According to Oxford Languages, a farce is a type of comedy that involves silly behavior, exaggerated characters, and ridiculous situations, closely aligning with the biblical concept of a fool. It is as if, sometime around the 14th century, someone decided to swap the word fool with atheist. In many ways, atheism reflects the same characteristics that the scriptures attributes to a fool, such as irrational thinking, flawed logic, and misguided reasoning about God's existence. The Bible contains many verses that describe such folly, equating disbelief in God with corruption, ignorance, and moral failure. For example, Psalm chapter 14, verses 1 through 3 says that the fool claims, "There is no God," and associates this denial of God with corruption and wrongdoing, according to the scriptures. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 28 suggests that even a fool who stays silent can be mistaken for wise. Proverbs chapter 10, verses 21 through 23 notes that fools die for lack of wisdom and delight in mischief. Psalms chapter 92, verses 5 through 7 says fools don't understand God's works and will ultimately be destroyed. Psalms chapter 53, verses 1 through 4 repeats the idea that those who deny God are corrupt and are lacking understanding. Other verses in Proverbs and Ecclesiastes similarly criticize the behavior and mindset of fools, linking it with arrogance, ignorance, and self-destruction. In summary, this study shows that atheism is not a valid belief system. And, by its own logic, atheism refutes itself through its lack of evidence that God doesn't exist. Therefore, atheism is a farce and does not truly exist nor poses as a valid argument concerning the existence or non-existence of God. It is viewed as a self-deceptive denial of God, given the fact that a person's own conscience justifies or condemns its own behavior. Romans chapter 2, 14 through 16 is cited to support the belief that all people have an internal sense of right and wrong, proving, according to the study, of God's imprint in every human's conscience.